Hare Krishna, Haribol. It has been quite some time. The last time I recorded something, I was very sick. In the meantime, I've become even more sick. Besides the fact that I have no clue what's going on with my camera, with the quality, doesn't matter. I don't even know where to start from to talk about. There's so much to say, and actually so less time left. But nevertheless, there are many topics, and right now just spontaneous. Being for almost 12 years on Facebook, trying to my best to continue with my Sankirtan spirit, preaching Srila Prabhupada's teachings, continuing his legacy. As we all know, spiritual life begins with seeking, asking the right questions like, who am I? Why I'm here? What is the meaning of life? When they come to the point of realizing Aham Brahmasi, I'm not this body, but eternal spirit soul, we are at the very beginning, a good beginning. Why I'm saying this? Because, as I said, spontaneous. I'm speaking quiet. It is deep night. Everyone is sleeping. My point is, for making this video, I could have dressed myself something nicely, looking good. But we cannot go back. We all used to be, we who are older. We used to be young, handsome, but more or less somewhere beautiful in body appearance. I used to be nice, handsome, good-looking young girl. But here I am, almost 59. I have a few combinations, not one, but few combinations of autoimmune diseases. The doctors themselves doesn't really know, is it multiple sclerosis or I don't know the names. I was yesterday at the doctor's and he's confused as well. But I like the point multiple sclerosis. It's this multiple, many dimensional. Yeah, I have no teeth. I lost my teeth in the last 1.5 years. Almost all of them gone, few left. So it's heavy when you are attached to your body, your appearance. As I said, I could have made something, but I don't really care. What's the point? I know Srila Prabhupada was always very, what's the right word? I don't know, but he liked us to represent in a nice way, of course, preaching, but this video I'm making for my fellow wannabe devotees, wannabe Vaishnavas. I say wannabe. I think it's a long way to get there for the most of us, of course. I cannot generalize. So basically I'm happy in the sense of I'm not attached anymore to my body. I do feel I could have been more responsible to my health, because people should have Prabhupada also talked a lot about taking care of our health, body, so we can preach and continue with our duties, our seva, whatever personally we felt to be our seva. Yes, I can say I regret, because I know many devotees, they are much more older than me, and they really look, in appearance, nice. But in the end of the day, I have let go. I have let go of a lot of things, many things. One of them is my bodily appearance. Among other things I have let go is, I would say, as I'm pretty much of a rajastic kshatriya nature, this fight for justice, you know, this is not right, I have to fix it, I have to fix this. So, in one point, being rajastic or this kshatriya nature, no matter what, one has to realize Paramayishvara Krishna. Krishna is the ultimate controller. Very hard for a control freak, as many always used to call me, or some still do. So one must come to the point. Of course, we know whatever happens for a reason, and no grass moves without Krishna's will and desire. Nothing is under our control. So whatever happens to what hurts a lot of us in the last 40 plus years since SRILA Prabhupada left us in his Mahaprabhu form, the injustice with whole movement, I've realized I have to let go. I tried in many different ways to put my own realizations. I have to let go. I tried so many years to put my light through these realizations out there. But as Prabhupada said, after all, who wants to be treated will be treated. Who wants to be really sincere on the path of Krishna consciousness, Krishna will give him or her the intelligence to go the right path. What is the right path? Whew. Iskcon way, nowadays, I mean, the last 40 years plus, or Ritvik way, or Prabhupada way, whatever. Oh, I don't know, there's so many boxes out there. I would call them boxes, files, perceptions anyway. I think pretty much all those wannabe devotees, wannabe Vaishnavas, who read Prabhupada's books and have read them all, plus the many letters, the morning walks, and if by reading them there's a sincere desire in our hearts to understand and follow, Krishna gives the intelligence. Prabhupada said that if you have read the books and reading them zillion times Prabhupada says Krishna gives you the intelligence according to your wish and desire. Krishna fulfills all desires. So, it's 2019, Facebook, this is where we connect now, for quite some time. It's still so many debates going on. Ritvik, non-Ritvik. What is the right path? I don't know what to say. People are still fighting. What is the right path? The key word, I think, would be the word fighting. There are fights going on. It's natural, as I see it. The Bhagavad Gita, the transcendental atom bomb, as I like to call her. My favorite book I loved. And Upanishad, okay, but Bhagavad Gita, that I like to distribute in Sankirtan. It's Kurukshetra, right? It's the fight, it's human's nature. And it's Krishna's pastime. It's about fighting. Fighting can be very nasty. And fighting can be fun. Anyways, so we are fighting. And Prabhupada said so many times, as long as we who are sincere, we will do everything in our power to stay in the spirit of togetherness, cooperation with one another. But what are we doing? We are fighting. So many fractions fighting about what Prabhupada wanted. Isn't this sounding ridiculous? What Prabhupada wanted. Going back to the point, if one has read the books, the letters, the quotes, the morning walks, listening to the lectures, there's so many out there. What Prabhupada wanted. He wanted us to stay in the spirit of togetherness and cooperation. But we are fighting. So, what are we actually fighting for? The other thing is, for whom are we fighting? For whom and for what are we fighting? So, as in every fight, war, battlefield, battle, people have different motivations. So I always ask myself, by reading those so many lefts and rights and up and down and Ritvik and anti-Ritvik and blah 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 blah, what are you fighting for? Really fighting for? For whom are you fighting for? What is your agenda? Of course, everyone claims to fight for Srila Prabhupada. But is it really so? Did he say fight? Or did he say cooperate, work together, spread my mission? We have a saying in my country, when the cat leaves the house, the mouse is rule. Kind of what happened when Srila Prabhupada left the planet. As many of us are aware, the battlefield among them, as many call them, 11 princes or whatever, it doesn't matter. I have no to say, no judgment, because everything happens for a reason. I don't want to be judgmental or the truth. It's about the truth. Nowadays, anyway, everything is about judgment and politics, even into among wannabe Vaishnavas, political correctness, and I mean, but the spirit of Srila Prabhupada when he was present on the planet. Whew. Almost every day I can read some of that their body from the first so-called generation. Many left very soon. They were kicked out. Who knows the stories, But yes, so the fight began. Zona Acharyas and all this. But the thing is, I mean, as I said, we either understand that everything happens for a reason, or we don't. We try and go deeper into why is something happening. It took myself many years. I was also angry when I left Iskcon. Many were kicked out, generation before me. I left because I saw that things are not as I understood them through Prabhupada's books. And for many years I was angry. But Krishna tested me, as Krishna is testing every one of us, every day, on an everyday basis. Yeah, I was, for many years, I kept my distance from, and I was angry even with Prabhupada. I admit I was, what is this? I couldn't understand. Oh, but then, if we are sincere and have the honest desire for God, to realize God or to reconnect with God, with Radha Krishna, understanding that we are eternal servants. And Krishna gives us the test, and in sincerity, he gives us intelligence to understand what and why. He reveals us more and more in this sincerity. And then, of course, I was preaching to people like always. One of my sentences is, God is for free, but not cheap. Yes, God is for free, but not cheap. Only it's the sincere desire, the longing for Radha Krishna to get there. So, Srila Prabhupada and Radha Krishna, I can say really honestly, have been very merciful to me. I was fighting with them, and people used to ask me, how can you fight with God? Yes, I can. Of course. I'm in part and parcel, and I'm confused, bewildered, and I want to know. I always wanted to know. So when you sincerely want to know, God gives you the answers. And then I understood all this arrangement that happened when Prabhupada left us in his Vaku form. He never left. If Prabhupada is in your heart, peace in your heart. He never leaves you. And you don't leave him. It's a relationship. It's either there's a bond or there's not. So I was fighting and then realizing everyone has to be tested to the core. To the core. What do you want? Do you want Radha Krishna and Prabhupada or not? And one of the things I was angry about was angry and confused and bewildered. These guys, that they're close to him. Why? I mean, 2019, who is left? I think one in the wheelchair, sick. But everyone is gone. How does the saying go? Keep your friends close, but your enemies even closer. This is my realization. So, my message to all you out there who also have been bothered with these questions. Why did Srila Prabhupada left these guys close? I wouldn't go into conspiracy theory now about was he killed, poisoned, and this and that. But the fact is, as we see and we've seen in the last few decades, what happened to them and what they did out of the movement, right? So why? And of course, it's very simple. For the sake of us being tested. Do we want Krishna? Or do we want, do we want to be treated, or do we really want Prabhupada and Radha Krishna and follow sincerely and honestly our path back to Godhead? As simple as that.